Hello, I'm the Old Geek, and this is part 16 of my Road to 2K challenge on the game Irating. I'm trying to get 2,000 Irating points, just for the hell of it. We're at the Bend, a track in Australia, and it was newly added to this particular season.
Green, let's go, let's go.
I've done really well in part 15 of this series. Let's see if that can continue. I've qualified 4th. I'm not good at starting. I'm in my GR86, and as you can see, I've already lost a place off the start.
He's still there. He's still there.
I'm holding my line, just trying to make sure I've got a steady start. Don't want to make any mistakes early on. And I do claim 4th place. It's where I qualified. And it's where I want to be.
Hold your line.
The group in front
Clear right.
are quick, and I don't expect to be able to stay with them unless they fight. I'm hoping that the group behind fight amongst each other, and thus leave me this nice little pocket to drive in, safely and securely. 4th place feels about right. In front of me is a certain Alvaro Martin, who featured heavily in my last race. He showed himself to be quick, but petulant, so I'm happy to stay some way behind him.
Car left. Clear left.
We already encounter a BMW that's had issues at the start. The BMWs are much faster cars, but only in the right hands, and unfortunately quite a few lower rated drivers insist on using them. And it does make life a little bit difficult, because at this particular circuit the BMW is faster down the back straight, but it's difficult to drive in the twisty infield section. And thus, the slower BMWs can cause problems, like this one is doing at the moment.
Got 20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left.
Great job.
Ron is having a good moan.
Gap ahead is now
He would go on to
0.34.
moan quite a lot in this race, so we'll have a little look at the replay afterwards.
The gap in front is now 1.0.
I'm holding a safe gap
That
to
lap was at
Alvaro,
1:30,
as safe as I
1:19.
want it to be. I do expect them to pull away, they are slightly quicker than me, but we do have the issue now of lapped traffic. This lapped car lets the first 3 go through, but as they have every right to do, they wait until that start-finish straight before they let me through, which unfortunately causes a gap to grow between myself and the top 3. I lose their slipstream.
The
That
car
would
in front
prove
of us
to
is
be
now 1 lap
crucial.
behind.
So the lapped car does move over to let me past,
Nice.
but the damage has already been done,
That was
and the car in P5
1:30.46.
is starting to gain on me. Ron is moaning
You
again.
really don't enjoy racing clean, do you?
P5 was involved in a little bit of a tussle at the start, which caused a gap to grow between myself and them. But his lap times are consistently quicker than mine. And because I've lost a second or 2 behind the lapped car, he's able to get himself within the range of my slipstream, and thus haul me in. can see him looming large in my rearview mirror. So by now I'm pretty much resigned to losing my 4th place. It's hard to keep a car behind you at this track when you've got such a fast entry onto a good length start-finish straight. And I'm not here to fight tooth and nail, I'm here to drive safely.
On your right.
So I don't have a problem with
Still
not
there.
fighting, with
Clear right.
enabling the car behind to pass me.
Come on, keep pushing.
I guess if I was fighting for the win it might be different. Sometimes you've just got to accept your fate. And this was mine. 5th place. But 5th place is an I-rating gain, so my I-rating is continuing to creep upwards. And that was the whole point of this project.
P5. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish.
So let's take a look at what happened to Ron. Right, first he
Great
moans
job.
that the car in front loses it. Now, that was clearly an accident. You can be annoyed, but people are allowed to make mistakes.
So that you get as many people as possible, huh?
And he has a good chunter. I mean, he's allowed to have a chunter, but that doesn't really enamor yourself to the other drivers. So when he comes to trying to pass that car again, the guy's going to defend. That wasn't the best of defences. Yes, he did cut across a little bit late.
Especially not all the way across track like that.
But Ron moans about this, where the guy in front has only moved right to catch a little bit of slipstream. He's allowed to do that. There's no one move rule.
No, you made your 1 move, bud. That's 2. That's the 2nd time.
Now that move there was a little bit dodgy, but Ron wasn't attempting a pass up the inside, so I'll give him that. Now this bit really annoys Ron. He thinks he's got the move done. Ron's holding it around the outside, but the car in front has another wiggle. Now what Ron should have done there is
Nice!
lift. Ron put himself in that position of danger, I'm afraid. It wasn't intentional. Car in front had a wiggle and just tried to regain his line. It was a 50-50, it was a racing incident. But look, I've gained 31 I-rating. I'm up to 1,932, which is awesome. So what do? The bend is proving to be a happy hunting ground. Let bending continue. I've qualified in 4th for this race, but there's quite a lot of silly behaviour on the warm-up lap, so I'm a little bit tentative. I'm keeping a safe distance to P2.
Can we please have a clean
I've got a
race,
slightly notorious Argentinian driver
last race,
on my
please.
right in P5
Oh, the race
who
before that
can be a
was
little
great,
bit
though.
forceful, who I want to avoid.
Yeah, I had one last night that was pretty good. It was very, very clean.
Yeah, mine two races ago was beautiful, and then last race was a complete shit show.
Yeah, this track's pretty big and wide, so it's easy to leave room for people.
You heard that,
They're
everybody?
talking about behaviour on the track.
Copy
And look
that.
what happens, the Beamers have it coming
10-4.
together.
That clearly means dive bomb every corner.
Of course. Yeah, no free passes. Nobody gets by for free.
Just lick the stamp and send it.
And then another Beamer spins off at this slow speed.
Carnage
This
on
could be an entertaining one.
warm-up lap.
Probably. Like, last race I took it out turn 1. What's
Classic.
I'm not a fan of weavers in the GR86.
Let's say there's a reason I'm starting
Doing the
a bit
warm-up.
late.
It does nothing at these slow speeds. All it does
Hell, I
is
thought about it,
risk
but,
the safety
you know,
of those around.
it's better
So
to get used to it.
I see that, I back off. Maybe that's the psychology that's at play. So I get a bad start, as is normal for me. and immediately dropped down to 6th place. As you can see, it's a well-behaved G86 field. Beamers are off all over the place, but the G86s, we're lying astern. It wouldn't be well behaved for long because there's a few feisty individuals near the front, so I'm happy to be in 6th place. Those aforementioned feisty individuals are in amongst the Clios at the moment, which is bound to be uneventful, isn't it? Of course. I get a little bit of a nudge from behind there from a certain Justin.
Dang it. Sorry.
They continue to battle in front of me. I do still have Justin on my tail, and now a Clio gets involved, and Justin proves to me here that maybe he's not the best at thinking ahead as he nudges me again in the rear as I lift to avoid the Clio. So when Justin makes a mistake and goes off and goes spinning over the grass, weaving away, I can't say I'm disappointed. The field is starting to break up a little. I now have a really nice battle with the car in front. We're side by side for a while.
Danny, you should be about 70
But
right now.
most importantly, I can't get the move done through the long left-hander before the hairpin. Because as soon as we get to the hairpin and the car I'm trying to pass is on the inside, I know I have to back out.
It wasn't a dive bomb, I hit the fucking grass.
I run a little wide, presenting the car behind with an opportunity, and I'm not great at the final corner. He gets a really good run. And thus, it is that inevitable sinking feeling, car in slipstream, approaching quickly. What's the safe option? He can have it, because surely the cars in front, those feisty ones I mentioned earlier, are going to have some issue at some point. And yes, of course, one of them does, but maybe not the one I was expecting. The Fanta liveried car gets on the power just a little bit too early coming out of the hairpin, presenting me with a place. Up ahead, there would be shenanigans too. These are two of the leaders. And things do get a little feisty. Nudge. Yeah. And you see me come beetling past any second now. But there I am.
Up to car number 16. Ahead is
An
increasing.
annoyed
It's now
flash of the
5.5.
lights. But the cars I've just passed were P1 and 2. And they're P1 and 2 for a reason. They're pretty quick.
Come on, little blue, let's go.
So I go for an ill-advised passing maneuver, which gives me a poor entry into the final corner, and whatever I gain,
Andreas,
I lose straight
the gap's
away.
now 1.5 seconds.
And the former P2 is right at my exhaust, and he takes that position back as well.
What the heck, Justin? You have a fucking BMW, push.
But he would go on to cause problems. Look at that for a lunge through the middle. He causes another of the lead group to go off, which gives me a place. And that's where I would stay. I bring it home comfortably, missing apexes, cocking up the final corner. I could take that so much better. Really need to practice those last two corners. And look, a solid finish. 5th place in class. At the end, I avoided the trouble and I gained 24 more Irating. So that takes me up to 1,956. And my safety rating is becoming more comfortable as well. I'm starting to enjoy the bend, even if I'm not that great at driving it. So I go back there, and that is a familiar blue GR86 in front of me.
Geek, get
That's
ready.
Alvaro again.
Green, green, green.
And there is my familiar bad start, as I immediately lose a couple of places off the line.
Car right. Still there.
I'm determined not to lose another
Still
one,
there. Right side,
and I get my
right.
braking into T1
Right
just
side's
right
clear.
to keep him behind. But I'm in 6th place, which is not ideal because in this field that would mean
The guy
losing
in front is
Irating.
Paolo, car number 18. The license.
And
Their rating
I'm within
is
50
1.3.
of the magic 2000. It's sweaty palm time. So, would I crack under pressure?
Is now leading.
Would I start making mistakes? Doesn't help that the car in front is a little bit loose here. Calm down, John. I just need to settle. Oh no. And there is the mistake. My first big mistake at the bend. But that spin drops me to last place in class.
Left side.
I
Clear
now
left.
have it all to do. And to make matters worse, off the
Alright,
back of the
the next car
GR86,
is
I've got to
Sergey.
cut all the way
Left
through
side,
them,
Clear left.
and I've got to deal with Mazdas. But I'm now being harassed behind by this turquoise and multicoloured MX-5, and this car would prove to be a thorn in my side. He sends
Right
it up
side.
inside here,
Clear
gives
right.
me a little
The car
nudge,
right.
which somehow gives me a little
Still
bit
there.
of damage. It was only the tiniest of
right.
taps. When I check my damage report, it tells me I've got some damage on the front end. which doesn't help with my top speed and my ability to turn in on those last 2 corners that I'm finding difficult.
That's 20 minutes to go.
And a little bit of loss of top speed doesn't help when dealing with the MX-5 traffic, because they've got a slightly higher top straight line speed
Car left,
than the
clear
GR86.
left.
And that proves to be crucial, as I now tuck in behind this turquoise and multicoloured MX-5. He proves to be a real thorn in my side.
The gap to Spence in front is now 11 seconds.
We now go through a bit of a routine. I try an over-impatient attempt to pass. He blocks it,
Car left, clear left.
pulls away. I catch back up again, attempt again, but because I'm starting to get nervous, I'm impatient. They're ill-advised attempts to pass, and that driver will block it again and pull away, and then I'll keep catching up, and I'll keep catching up.
Okay, geek, you're reeling. Spence in. The gap is now 7.8. On your left. He's still there. Hold your line.
And there we go, he closes the door on me there,
Clear left.
slightly robustly. I had a right to space in that corner, and that doesn't help. That just causes a little bit more damage.
10th position.
People do argue that you have to be fast enough to pass the slower traffic.
Okay, geek.
I
15
think I've
minutes
made it
left. That's
fairly
15
obvious to this
minutes.
driver in front that I am quicker than
Car
them,
left. Clear left.
but I keep getting the door slammed in my face. And look what he does to
On
that
your
master in
left.
front there, robustly
Clear left.
sideswiping,
On your
causing
right.
me to slow down, and now I've got this white and black
Still
master
clear right.
to contend with as well. This race is going from bad to worse. At least I've somehow passed one of the GR86s along the way, and I'm up in 9th place. Still, that's going to be an Irating loss. And I'm still stuck behind the white and black master, with a slightly damaged car that's slightly underperforming, not quite turning in how I want it to, trying to pass cars that are slightly quicker than me in a straight line. So I have to get forceful myself. That was quite
Left
robust
side.
of me, but it's got to be done
He's
if I'm
still
going to
there.
move forward.
Hold your line. Clear left.
I get that the Masters want to race, but I am catching up with P8, and I would like to try and have a battle with P8. This master in front makes a slight mistake, goes a little wide. Come on, GR86. Come on. Come on. Can I get him into T1?
Car left. Clear left.
Yes. At least he's a little more polite. He accepts his fate. But now I've got the turquoisey one again in front of me. You can see he's a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds ahead. That gap soon comes down.
You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go.
But I know that the driver will fight tooth and nail. I am hoping that the arrival of some of the BMW M2s on the scene will disrupt him slightly.
Blue flag. P8 on your right, blue flag, right side's clear. Sector 3 is 0.48 off the pace.
Wow. That Joe86 held the inside line to avoid any issues with the Mazda and effectively just let me through on the outside of T1.
Well done, Geek. Great move. Keep it up.
I'm up to 8th place, I'm not complaining.
The car ahead is Costa, car number 12, B licence, and their rating is 1.6.
But I soon catch up with this Mazda again. So of course I'm having a look. Look mate, I am quicker than you. Will you please stop slamming the door on me?
Clear left.
I'm in a different class. Why
Gap
not
to
just
Spence.
let me
Behind is
past
increasing. It's now
and use and
6.3.
abuse my slipstream? But nah. I get that he's got his sights fixed on the purpley blue Mazda in front of him.
Left side.
He has a bad exit to the final
Clear
turn
left.
again, but just look at his car just pull away down the straight.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
I try little looks at the inside to try and put him off.
Car left.
Now,
He's
look,
still there.
bumping and pushing again.
He's still there.
Really doesn't like the
Still
fact
there.
that I'm trying to
Clear
get
left.
past. I'll reiterate, we're racing in a different class. There is
Car
no
left.
need for him to be fighting like
Clear
this.
left. Alright, Geek. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
And look, isn't that somewhat inevitable? Contact is
Car
made,
left.
but at least that lets me
Still
through.
there. Clear
I
left.
now have space to sprint off into the distance.
You've just done
Hopefully,
31.65.
there you can see I have now passed the turquoise Mazda, and the car would slowly drop back from me now, becoming ever smaller in my rearview mirror. Making me feel a little smug. Told you so. But after all of that, I'd finish in 7th place, and that would be an Irating loss.
2 litres left.
My own fault.
B7.
I
That's
had
it.
that spin
We're
early
done.
on, which led to me becoming embroiled in all the traffic. So, I dropped back 1,935, a loss of 21 Irating. But I've just got to be patient now. I know I've got the pace, if not the outright pace, the consistency at the bend. I've just got to avoid little mistakes like the one that crept into that race. So, can I do it? Can I hit 2K down under? I would return to the bend and try yet again.
Get ready.
I've qualified in 2nd
Green, let's go, let's go.
It's a weaker field. I really need to finish top 3 to have a chance of gaining Irating in this one, so 2nd place is a good starting position.
Car right.
Once again, a stodgy start.
Hold
And
your
look
line.
at this.
Still there.
I drop back
Clear
again.
right. On your right.
But I'm a little more determined, and
Still there.
I make sure the
Right side's clear.
red G86 that had the temerity to draw alongside me on the start-finish straight, I make sure that he does not overtake me up the inside, and I tuck into third
Car in front
place,
is Versa,
which
car number
is a
8,
net
B
eye
license,
rating game.
and their rating is 1.5.
P1 and 2 are squabbling, which is good news for me, as once again my plan is to sit behind and just take advantage of any issues that happen ahead of me. That's a tricky corner. That last but one corner on this track is a tricky corner. And you really need to try and maximise your exit out of the final turn. I'm going to have to practice that if the bend returns to the schedule. P1 and 2 are fighting. They're side by side.
P3.
But no, a safe pass. I'm currently in my favourite
Next
position.
car is Carlos, car
A
number
safe
1, and their rating
distance
is 2.7.
to the squabbling leaders, and a nice big gap building behind me. They squabble again. But again, nothing really comes of it. But it's enabling me to just sit here calmly, take no risks, tucked in behind them. I haven't mastered that wide line through the hairpin that other cars are using. What's that? P1 just spun?
Carlos, car number
Goody, goody,
1
goody.
is now in the lead.
I'm now in second place. And Carlos in front is a higher rated driver than me. He's driving quickly. He's a little bit ragged occasionally, but he is consistently quick. And try as I might, I could never get close enough to him to even attempt a pass. I'm only managing to keep up with him because I'm in his slipstream.
Sector 1 time's okay.
I need him to make a
Sector 2 is
mistake in order to gain a
0.48
position,
off the pace.
or
Sector 3
for a
time is quick.
lapping car to make a mistake. Will it happen?
There's a faster car behind. We're racing them for position so there'll be no blue flag.
Unfortunately, I would have no such luck. Carlos would keep it steady, traffic would be sensible, and I would stay in P2. But second position is a good I-rating game, and I'm
Okay,
drawing
peak.
ever
Run out of track
closer to
limits.
that
Keep it
magical
between the lines.
2000. Second place. I'm pleased with that. That's another 45 I rating. That's more safety rating gained as well. I'm on 1980. One more race. Just one more race. Come on, John. Just one safe race will do it. So it's back to the bend. Now, this race could be both an opportunity and a danger. This is a much stronger strength of field, and I've qualified only 7th. It's a big class though, and I can get the points I need by holding on to 7th place.
Go!
But the track is much busier. And of course, my starts are stodgy.
Car right. Hold your line. Right side's clear. Car right. Clear right.
Cars are flying off in the background, and I'm in 8th place. But 2 cars in front come together. I thread the needle between them. One of them is Colin from one of my previous videos. Hi Colin! But I would now move up to 6th place
Starts okay.
through their misfortune. Good.
The car in front
Good.
is Ray, car number 7, and their
A little bit of a
rating
cushion.
is 2.7.
But
Side,
cold
clear
tyres.
left.
I didn't mean to send the car there. I didn't
Clear
mean to
right,
make
on your
contact.
right.
That was just a
Right side's
stupid
clear,
mistake.
right
I was
limits.
too late on the brakes, and I'm running with 3 ABS, maximum ABS, so I just couldn't get the car stopped. So, sorry to the person I just made contact with. That drops me to 7th. Before anyone chirps in, it wasn't an intentional send. It was totally unintentional. So 1 lap down, I'm in 7th place. 7th is okay. 7th is fine.
Okay, geek. The next car is Istvan, car number 10, B license.
Just got to be calm. Just got to compose myself. Just got to make no more mistakes. And hope that traffic is kind to me.
The gap to air behind is increasing. It's now 1.0.
I don't mind seeing mistakes behind me. They help in terms of creating a gap. And even though I'm catching up with Istvan in front, I don't need to overtake him. I'm happy to sit in 7th place if necessary.
You're reeling Istvan in. The gap's now 0.8.
We're all converging on a lapped car. Almost certainly lapped due to having had an accident early on, so you've always got to worry about that. And that little bit of confusion results in 2 cars spinning out. I'm now in 5th.
Left
The
side,
2000 goal
clear left.
is within my grasp. Keep calm. Ignore
guy
the
in front
fact
is
that the palms
Taurus,
are
car number
sweaty,
11.
the feet are twitchy. I've now got a cushion behind me of a lapped car between me and anyone chasing me. I've got a nice gap to any cars in front. Come on, John. Come on, John. Stay calm. Stay focused. And calm and focus seems to be working, as I do start reeling in the car in P4. And he gives me a nice Christmas present too, by spinning out, coming out of the hairpin, because he gets on the power too soon.
Okay, geek.
4th
15
place.
minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
4th place should mean the pressure subsiding. No, it isn't.
Patrick, you raced me while you lapped. That was always going to happen, dickhead.
Right, the guy ahead of us is Martin, car number 5, B license, and their rating
Okay,
is
five.
3.0.
So when I come up to some slower cars, lapped cars, just still need to be careful. But this one is polite. Thank you.
Good consistency. Keep them coming. Car right.
More lapped
Clear
cars
right.
ahead. Are they going to be polite too?
That's 5 minutes
Cross
to go.
fingers.
5 minutes. Okay, geek. The next car is 2 laps behind.
Yes.
Car left. Clear left.
It's such a joy to see such etiquette.
Thanks, Nolan.
What about this one? Will he be polite?
On your left. Clear left.
I'm not sure he was going to be too
Left
polite
side.
there. He missed his braking
Clear
point.
left.
But I get through a little more forcefully. And I now have that group of lapped cars behind me. Even more of a cushion. Getting even closer to 2000. And here we go. The final 2 corners for the final time. Arguably, 4th place in this field was to be my best result by a mile at the bend. A strong field, and I brought the car home 4th. And I have every right to celebrate.
P4. There's the finish. Good drive.
Finally, the 2000 target has been achieved. 16 videos. 16 long videos. About 60 races. And there we go. That plus 61 takes me to 2041. And I'm there. I officially become a 2K driver. But could I hold on to it? Am I fully deserving of my 2000 rating? Given that I've got the 2000 through mostly competing in one car, specialising in the GR86, the answer to that is probably not. If I jump into the Mazda or any of the GT4 or GT3 cars, my pace is not the same, relatively. So if I decide to branch out, my rating will almost certainly come down. I haven't yet branched out though. I'm sat consistently at about 2100, peaking at about 2200 in the GR86, and that appears to be where I have plateaued. But that's fine. That's competitive. I'm holding my rating at 2100-ish, which means I deserve it in the GR86 anyway. Next season I plan to drive more GT4 and GT3 races, so I expect to see my rating come down, but that's all part of the learning process. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I've been the Old Geek. Thank you for watching.